Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to talk about one very specific and very valuable coin, the 1995 quarter with the D mint mark. Believe it or not, some versions of this coin have sold for thousands, and even millions of dollars. Stick around to find out why. First things first, let's talk about the basics. This is the 1995 $quarter coin featuring George Washington on the obverse, with a D mint mark just below Washington's ponytail. The D signifies that it was minted in Denver. In 1995, millions of these quarters were produced, but what makes a few of them so valuable? Most quarters from this year are worth, well, just a quarter. But some 1995 D quarters have significant errors or are in exceptional condition, which is where their high value comes from. Here are the factors that can make a 1995 D quarter worth millions. Sometimes errors happen during production. Double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks are all types of errors collectors hunt for. These errors are rare, and the more noticeable they are, the higher the value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being flawless. If you have a 1995 D quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition graded close to 70, you could be looking at a highly valuable piece. Coins with perfect grades, especially with unique errors, are extremely rare and desirable among collectors. Coins with unique features or an interesting backstory tend to catch collectors' eyes. Some people are just eager to add specific coins like the 1995 D quarter to their collection, and high demand can drive up prices at auctions. Now, let's look at some examples of 1995 D quarters that have made waves at auctions. One 1995 D quarter with a double die error recently sold for over $10,000. The doubling was visible around the letters, making it a prized find. Another mint condition 1995 D quarter graded as MS68 went for thousands of dollars due to its nearly flawless quality. These cases show that certain features and conditions can make a regular-looking quarter worth a small fortune. So, if you're lucky enough to have a 1995 D quarter, here's what to look for to determine its potential value. Check for any doubling on the date or around the letters. Errors like these are what collectors pay the big bucks for. If you think your coin might be valuable, consider sending it to a professional grading service. A high-grade coin is worth significantly more than a low-grade one. The 1995 D $quarter coin might just be worth a fortune if it has the right qualities. So, go ahead, check your spare change, raid your coin jars, and maybe you'll find one of these rare treasures. And remember, collecting coins isn't just about the money. It's also about uncovering history, learning about the minting process, and hey, it's pretty exciting too. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more content, and let us know in the comments if you found any valuable coins in your collection. We're diving into a coin that surprised a lot of people, the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter. You may have seen one of these in your pocket and not thought much of it, but did you know there are some 2017 quarters out there worth a fortune? Let's get into why. First, a little background. In 2017, the US Mint did something unique. It was the first time ever they included a P Mint mark on quarters produced in Philadelphia. This was done to celebrate the Mint's 225th anniversary, which makes this quarter historically significant. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most of these quarters aren't worth more than face value unless they're in mint condition. But a few have shown up with rare errors and special characteristics. And in the coin collecting world, rarity means value. Some error coins that could potentially increase value include. These are some of the most famous errors. Look closely at the lettering on your quarter, especially around United States of America and Liberty. If you see any doubling, it could make the coin valuable. Occasionally, small cracks appear on the die that stamps the coins, leading to raised lines or markings on the coin itself. These unique patterns make the coin one of a kind. Coins that were stamped off-center or have partial designs can be worth hundreds or even thousands to collectors who prize unique errors. Of course, condition or grade is everything when it comes to coin collecting. Coins graded MS65 or higher, meaning they're in nearly perfect condition, are the ones that can really sell for top dollar. If you think you have one of these 2017 P quarters with a unique error, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Alright, so while it's fun to imagine, only a few 2017 P quarters with the right errors or in pristine condition could potentially be worth thousands, maybe even more to the right buyer. Most of these quarters will be worth just a few dollars unless they're truly exceptional. So, if you've got a 2017 P Mint Mark quarter, it's definitely worth a closer look. Check for those error signs and the coin's overall condition, and who knows, you might just have a valuable find. Let me know in the comments if you've come across any error coins, and feel free to share your finds with our community. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more coin stories and tips on spotting valuable finds. We're diving into some rare and highly valuable quarters with the P Mint mark that have been minted between 1889 and 2006. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. If you're wondering, the P Mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. This mint mark can be found on various coins, but today, we're focusing on quarters specifically. Some of these coins are considered rare due to unique factors like errors, low mintage, or special historical significance, and collectors pay big bucks for them. Our first stop is the Barber Quarter series, minted from 1892 to 1916. Some P Mint mark coins in this series, especially those in near mint condition, can fetch up to hundreds of thousands. If you come across a high-grade 1896, 1901, or 1913 Barber Quarter with a P Mint mark, you could be holding a small fortune. Next up is the Standing Liberty Quarter, produced from 1916 to 1930. This series is full of rarities, and coins with P Mint marks from the early years, especially 1916, are highly sought after. Only 52,000 of the 1916 coins were made, so these can reach values of over $1 million in top condition. In 1932, the Washington Quarter was introduced. Some 1932 Philadelphia quarters, especially in pristine condition, are worth thousands, and even more if they have unique features. If you find a 1932 P quarter in top condition, you've struck gold. Error coins from the 1940s and 1950s are next. Look for any quarters with doubling on the lettering, or other visible errors, as these can bring in a hefty sum. For example, the 1943 and 1950 P quarters with specific errors can go for hundreds of thousands. Another iconic quarter is the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter with the special reverse design. If you find a P Mint mark quarter from 1976 with unique errors or a proof-like finish, you could be looking at a big payday. And let's not forget the state quarters from 1999 to 2008. Some of these P Mint mark quarters, especially those with major die errors, are valued in the tens of thousands. Look for misprints or doubled images. These types of errors make them highly collectible. Finally, we have the 2006 Washington Quarter with the P Mint mark. While not as rare as earlier quarters, if you find one in perfect condition or with a significant error, it could still be worth a lot more than face value. 1. First, check the condition of the coin. The closer it is to mint condition, the higher its value. 2. Look for errors, especially on the obverse and reverse designs. Common errors include doubled die, off-center strikes, and die cracks. 3. Consult with a professional coin appraiser or grading service if you think you have a rare quarter. They can help confirm its value and rarity. And there you have it. These quarters may look like ordinary change, but they could be worth a small fortune. So, next time you come across a quarter with a P Mint mark from 1889 to 2006, take a closer look. You might be holding a collector's dream. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We're diving into the world of valuable coins to explore a surprising and rare find, the 1967 Washington Quarter without a mint mark. Believe it or not, some of these coins could be worth millions of dollars. Let's find out what makes this coin so valuable and how you can spot one that could be worth a fortune. First, let's talk about some quick history on the 1967 quarter. This coin is part of the Washington Quarter series that began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. By the time we hit the 1960s, quarters had been struck for decades, but the 1967 version holds a unique place in U.S. coinage history. In 1967, the U.S. Mint was struggling with a coin shortage due to high demand for silver coins, which led to a decision to stop using silver in quarters altogether. This meant quarters from this period were composed of a copper-nickel blend, not silver. However, it wasn't just the metal that changed. There's more to the story. Unlike most coins today that have a mint mark indicating where they were produced, many coins from the 1960s, including the 1967 quarter, were intentionally produced without mint marks. This was done by the U.S. Mint to discourage hoarding, as collectors were holding on to coins with unique features. However, this lack of mint marks actually makes certain versions of the 1967 quarter even more intriguing and valuable. So, what exactly makes the 1967 quarter so valuable? The answer lies in the coin's condition and rarity. While millions of 1967 quarters were produced, only a few remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. And here's where it gets exciting. If you have a 1967 quarter in near-perfect condition, also known as MS-67 or higher on the grading scale, you could be holding on to a gold mine. Collectors will pay a premium for high-grade coins, especially for ones as old as this and without mint marks. How much could it really be worth? Let's look at some numbers. Some 1967 quarters graded as high as MS-67 and even MS-68 have sold at auction for jaw-dropping prices. One of these coins in perfect condition sold for thousands of dollars, while a few rare finds have pushed the boundaries, sparking interest with potential for even higher prices. With demand increasing, certain coins could potentially fetch millions in the right market conditions. So, if you're looking to strike gold with a 1967 quarter, here's what you need to look for. Ideally, you want an MS-67 or higher grade, which means the coin has very few, if any, imperfections. Look for crisp, clear details with no visible scratches or where .2. Make sure it's a 1967 quarter without a mint mark. This feature makes it especially unique for the time period. .3. Some 1967 quarters also have mint errors, which can make them even more valuable. Look out for any unusual markings or misalignments. Alright, so you think you might have a valuable 1967 quarter. What's next? The best way to verify its value is by getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will carefully evaluate your coin and give it an official grade, which can significantly increase its value at auction.so. There you have it, the incredible story of the 1967 no-mint mark quarter that could be worth a small fortune. Who knew that a simple coin from your pocket change could hold such value? If you have a 1967 quarter, go take a closer look. It might just be your lucky day. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins that might be hiding in your collection, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin. We're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable coins out there, a 1988 quarter with the P mint mark that could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, a simple quarter, worth millions of dollars. If you have a stash of old coins at home, you'll definitely want to check if you have this rare one. Let's get started. The 1988 P mint mark quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is what the P represents. 1988 was an ordinary year for quarter production, and millions of these coins were minted. But a small handful of these coins ended up being anything but ordinary. Due to a rare error or some unique feature, a few 1988 quarters are now considered extremely valuable by collectors.so. What makes this coin worth so much money? There are a few possible factors. One reason could be an error during the minting process. Sometimes, mistakes in the minting process can lead to unique features, like doubling of certain details, off-centering, or other imperfections that make these coins one of a kind. Collectors prize coins that are in perfect or near-perfect condition. If you have a 1988 quarter that looks like it just came out of the mint, with no scratches, no discoloration, and all details sharp and clear, it could be worth significantly more. Occasionally, small changes in the die used to stamp the coins create very slight differences between batches. These rare varieties can make a coin incredibly valuable, especially if only a few of them exist. Coins from the 80s have recently been gaining interest among collectors, so even a slight rarity can skyrocket their value. To determine if you have a valuable 1988 P quarter, there are some things you should look out for. Make sure it has the P mint mark just above the date. Use a magnifying glass to inspect details like Washington's profile and the date. Look closely for any unusual marks, double images, or signs of an error. If your coin is in excellent, almost untouched condition, it's worth considering a professional grading service. Now, I know you're all wondering, how much is this coin actually worth? Depending on the rarity and condition, a 1988 P mint quarter with the right features could fetch anywhere from hundreds to even millions of dollars at auction. Some collectors and buyers are willing to pay top dollar to own a unique piece of history. Recent sales of high-grade 1988 P quarters have surprised everyone by fetching extremely high prices. If you have one of these rare era coins, you could potentially be sitting on a small fortune. If you think you have one of these valuable 1988 quarters, the next step is to get it evaluated by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll give your coin an official grade, which can significantly increase its value at auction or in private sales. Once it's graded, consider listing it at an auction house that specializes in coins, or connect with collectors who are willing to pay a premium for rare finds. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips. 1. Avoid touching the face of the coin with your bare hands, as oils can damage it. 2. Store valuable coins in a coin holder or case to protect them from scratches. 3. The coin market is always changing, so keep an eye on recent sales and values for coins like this one. Alright, that's a wrap on the 1988 P mint mark quarter. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare quarters. Specifically, we're talking about a range of $quarter coins that have a D mint mark and were produced between 1788 and 2000, and some of these are worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. You might even have one of these coins hiding in your pocket change, so, if you're a collector or even just a casual coin enthusiast, you'll want to stick around to find out what makes these coins so valuable and how you can identify them. So, what makes certain quarters from 1788 to 2000 so valuable? There are a few key factors that collectors look for: rarity, minting errors, historical significance, and of course, that D mint mark. Let's break these down briefly. First, rarity. Coins produced in limited quantities or with unique variations are especially valuable to collectors. For example, some quarters from this range were part of limited runs, meaning there aren't many of them out there today. Next is the mint mark. The D mint mark means the coin was minted in Denver, and Denver minted coins can have unique variations that collectors hunt for. If you see a D on your quarter, check it carefully. It could be worth much more than just 25 cents. Alright, let's go over some specific quarters you should look for. Quarters from the late 1950s to the early 1960s with errors like double dies or off-center strikes are highly sought after. These can be worth thousands or even millions depending on the condition and rarity of the error. If you have a Denver minted quarter from this period, inspect it carefully. This quarter has a unique design celebrating America's bicentennial, and collectors love these. But if it has a D mint mark and is in excellent condition, it can be worth a substantial amount, especially in high grades like MS67 or higher. Some of the first quarters from the State Quarter series in 1999 and 2000 have special errors and varieties that are incredibly valuable. Denver minted versions of these coins with errors like doubling or misstrikes can sell for big money. Now that we know what to look for, how do you check your quarters to see if they're valuable? Here's a quick guide. Flip the coin over and look at the front for the date. If it's between 1788 and 2000 and has a D mint mark, it's worth checking for other unique features. Use a magnifying glass or a high-resolution phone camera to look closely for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other unique features. coins in top condition are worth the most. Even a minor scratch can reduce the value significantly, so if you have a pristine coin, consider getting it professionally graded. Now, let's talk money. Just how much are these quarters worth? Well, quarters from this range with the right errors or in pristine condition can sell from thousands to even millions of dollars. For instance, a rare Denver minted state quarter with an error has fetched up to 6 figures at auction, so, there you have it. Next time you come across a quarter, check for that D mint mark and inspect it closely. You could be holding a valuable piece of history worth way more than just 25 cents. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll be back soon with more tips on valuable coins that could be hiding in your change. And if you have any interesting coins or questions, drop a comment below. We're diving into a very exciting discovery that's been turning heads in the numismatic world. That's right, we're talking about the 2014 P Mint Mark $quarter coin, rumored to be worth millions of dollars. If you've got one in your pocket, this video might just change your life. Now, what makes this 2014 P Mint Mark quarter so special? While it may look just like any other quarter, certain coins from 2014 have unique characteristics that make them extremely valuable to collectors. Here's a breakdown of what could make your 2014 P quarter stand out. Some of these quarters have rare minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and even die cracks. These errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state, are extremely desirable. If your quarter has little to no wear and a sharp strike, collectors might pay a premium for it. Even in modern coins, top-grade specimens can be hard to come by. If your coin is graded as an MS68 or MS69 by a grading company like PCGS or NGC, its rarity and desirability go up, sometimes into the millions. To really understand if your coin has value, professional grading is key. A coin graded MS68 or higher can fetch tens of thousands and possibly more in future years. So, it's worth sending it in if you think you have a high-quality 2014 P quarter. One of the biggest value factors for the 2014 P quarter is error types. Some of the most famous errors include double dies, where the design is doubled due to misalignment, and off-center strikes, where part of the coin's image is missing. Let's go over a few known errors from 2014 that have already sold for impressive sums at auction. For example, a 2014 P quarter with an off-center strike sold at auction for thousands. Another with a noticeable die crack fetched a high price because of its rarity. These errors are unique to each coin and make every find exciting, so, how can you check if you have one of these rare, valuable coins? Here's what you should do. The mint mark is located on the front side of the coin, next to George Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling, cracks, or misalignments. Look for signs of wear. The fewer, the better. If your coin looks promising, sending it to a professional grading service might be worth the investment. Remember, even if your coin has a few scratches, it could still hold significant value if it has an error or is in a top-grade condition. And since this is a modern coin, it's not impossible to find one of these in circulation today. Just imagine some collectors have paid over $1 million for coins with unique characteristics or rare errors. Who knows? Yours could be next. Before we wrap up, here are some quick tips for all you treasure hunters out there. Check your change after every purchase. You never know what could be hiding. Ask family and friends if they have spare quarters, and check them for the 2014 P Mint mark. Visit flea markets or coin shows where people might have overlooked valuable coins. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos about valuable coins. Who knows? You might have a fortune hiding in plain sight. Comment below if you found any rare 2014 P quarters, or if there's another coin you'd like us to cover. We're talking about rare $quarter coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint that are worth a fortune. From the earliest American coins to modern surprises, these quarters have sold for millions of dollars. Let's dive right in. Let's start at the beginning. The first U.S. quarters were minted in the 1790s, shortly after the U.S. Mint was established. Coins from this period are not only valuable because of their age but also due to their rarity. These early quarters, like the 1796 draped bus quarter, can fetch up to $1.5 million at auction. But there's a twist: finding one in pristine condition is nearly impossible, and that makes them all the more valuable. As we move into the 1800s, some quarter designs that come out of the Philadelphia Mint become even more valuable. For example, the 1823 quarter is considered one of the rarest U.S. quarters ever minted. Only a handful are known to exist today, and they can go for over $2 million at auction. Why so valuable? Well, during this era, the Philadelphia Mint often had low production numbers, and quarters were heavily circulated. This combination makes high-quality examples extremely rare. Now, let's jump to a classic design: the Standing Liberty quarters from 1916 to 1930. One of the rarest Philadelphia Mint quarters in this series is the 1916 Standing Liberty quarter. Only 52,000 were made, and this low mintage has made it extremely desirable. In mint condition, this coin can be worth over $1 million. Standing Liberty quarters from this era also had a design change in 1917, which makes some variations even more valuable, especially if you have the 1916 in pristine, uncirculated condition. Moving into the Washington quarter era, we find some Philadelphia Mint quarters that are true treasures. The 1932 Washington quarter, the very first in the series, is a key coin. While it may not be worth millions alone, high-grade examples have sold for tens of thousands, especially rare era coins. These quarters also have valuable variations, including double-die errors from the 1950s and 1960s. A double-die 1965 quarter could sell for thousands if it's in mint condition. Now, some of the most surprising finds are in modern quarters. Between 1965 and 2001, quarters from the Philadelphia Mint included a few rare errors that collectors love. For example, the 1970 quarter struck on a Canadian coin planchet is worth thousands. Even some state quarters with minting errors, like the 1999 Delaware quarter with a spitting horse error, are highly collectible. So, what exactly makes these coins worth so much? It comes down to three things: rarity, condition, and errors. Coins from early years are rare because fewer were made, and finding a pristine quarter from decades or even centuries ago is nearly impossible. Add in minting errors or design flaws, and you've got a recipe for a coin worth big money. Want to check if your quarters are valuable? Here are some tips. First, look for any strange markings or doubling in letters and numbers. Errors like these can make a modern coin valuable. Also, if you see a quarter from a key year in perfect condition, it could be worth sending for grading. Thanks for watching. Who knew these quarters could be worth so much, right? Make sure to subscribe if you want more videos about valuable coins, and leave a comment if you've ever found a rare quarter or another valuable coin. Until next time, happy treasure hunting!